The Ferrari team is at the center of a controversy that could shape the Italian team's future in Formula One. Lewis Hamilton, the seven-time world champion who joined Ferrari in 2025 amid huge expectations, has yet to secure a podium finish driving the red car. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc, who has been with the team for 7 seasons, has already racked up 4 podium finishes in the first 12 races of the season. But is Ferrari really developing a car that exclusively benefits one of its drivers? The statement by Deputy Team Principal Jerome D'Ambrosio may surprise many fans and transform our perception of car development in Formula One. The situation at Ferrari is far from straightforward and hides levels of complexity that few can imagine. Hamilton, aged 40, left Mercedes after years of supremacy to fulfill his dream of racing for the most historic team in Formula One. The expectation was that the 7-time world champion would contribute his experience and speed to help Ferrari regain its leading role. However, the reality has been quite different from what everyone anticipated. While Hamilton struggles to adjust to the Italian car and find the ideal balance, Leclerc remains the team's highlight, showing that he has mastered every detail of the red machine. This disparity in performance is creating internal tension that could erupt at any moment and influence the entire dynamics of the team. The contrast between the two drivers' performances raises questions about adaptation, pressure, and even Hamilton's true ability to reinvent himself in a new team. The aspect that draws the most attention is the pressure Hamilton is putting on Ferrari to redirect its development focus to the 2026 car. The Briton is not simply asking for specific improvements. He wants to leave his mark on the construction of the next car. Hamilton understands that 2026 will introduce completely new technical regulations, a unique opportunity to start from scratch and build something that perfectly suits his driving style. But would Ferrari be willing to put all its eggs in one basket with a driver who has yet to prove his worth in a red shirt? More importantly, wouldn't this strategy harm Leclerc, who has already shown he is capable of getting the most out of the current car? Formula One history is full of examples of drivers who joined traditional teams and failed to adapt, even though they were world champions. Would Hamilton be taking that risk at Ferrari? D'Ambrosio's response was straightforward and somewhat enlightening about Ferrari's internal philosophy. The deputy team principal made it clear that the team does not develop cars with a specific driver in mind, but rather for maximum performance. This statement may seem technical and formal, but it hides a powerful message. Hamilton will not receive special treatment at Ferrari. The Italian team will not sacrifice pure speed to satisfy the 7-time world champion. This means that Hamilton will have to adapt to Ferrari's philosophy, not the other way around. This is a radical change of mindset for someone who was used to having direct influence on car development at Mercedes. Ferrari's stance can be seen as courageous or even risky, considering that Hamilton is one of the biggest names in the history of the sport. However, there is one element that could completely change this equation: Loic Serra. The French engineer worked with Hamilton for several seasons at Mercedes and knows every detail of the Briton's driving style. Serra joined Ferrari at the end of 2024 and is leading the 2026 car project. This connection between Hamilton and Serra could be the key to the 7-time champion finally finding his place at Ferrari. However, D'Ambrosio was keen to stress that Serra also has an excellent relationship with Leclerc, making it clear that there will be no favoritism. The question that remains is this neutrality really possible when you have such a strong working history with one of the drivers? Serra's presence at Ferrari could be the difference Hamilton needs to finally take off with the red car. The reality is that Ferrari is at a crossroads that could define its future for years to come. On the one hand, it has an experienced and talented driver who knows every secret of the team and has proven he can deliver consistent results. On the other, it has a Formula One legend who is still chasing his 8th world title and can bring valuable knowledge gained from other teams. The challenge is to develop a car that allows both to extract maximum potential without compromising pure speed. D'Ambrosio has made it clear that Ferrari will not build a car specifically for any driver, but that does not mean there will be no tools to help drivers adapt to the characteristics of the machine. The ability to balance these two needs could be critical to Ferrari's success in the coming years. What is happening at Ferrari is a reflection of something bigger in Formula One: the eternal tension between immediate results and the need for long-term planning. Hamilton wants results now, Leclerc wants to maintain his #1 position, and Ferrari wants to return to being world champions as soon as possible. This explosive mix could yield great moments on the track, but it could also generate internal conflicts that harm the entire team. How Ferrari manages this delicate situation could define not only the future of the team, but also Hamilton's legacy in Formula One. Will he be able to win his 8th title with Ferrari, or will this move be remembered as a miscalculation in his career? The pressure on Hamilton is immense, especially considering that he is at a stage in his career where every season could be decisive for his future in the sport. D'Ambrosio's statement about being careful when saying that a car is built around a specific driver is more than just a technical explanation. It is a clear warning to all fans, journalists, and even Hamilton himself. Ferrari will not change its century-old philosophy to please anyone. The Italian team will continue to strive for the best possible performance, and it is up to the drivers to adapt to this reality. That may sound harsh, but that's how great teams have operated for decades. Ferrari didn't get where it is by being condescending to drivers, even if they are 7-time world champions with impeccable resumes. Ferrari's firm stance may be just what Hamilton needs to step out of his comfort zone and rediscover his motivation. Ferrari's future depends critically on how Hamilton and Leclerc work together in the coming years. If Hamilton can adapt to the Italian car and find his ideal rhythm, Ferrari could have the strongest and most experienced duo on the grid. But if tensions continue to grow and results fail to materialize, the situation could become untenable for everyone involved. D'Ambrosio made it clear that the team is focused on the development process, not just the immediate results. This may be exactly what Hamilton needs to hear to understand that his journey at Ferrari will be unlike anything he has ever experienced, and that patience will be a key virtue in this new phase of his career. Hamilton's ability to reinvent himself at the age of 40 could be the deciding factor in the success or failure of this partnership. What do you think of Ferrari's firm stance? Should Hamilton accept that he needs to adapt completely to the Italian car? Or should Ferrari make more concessions to help the 7-time world champion find his rhythm? The answer could define not only Hamilton's future with the team, but also Ferrari's chances of returning to world championship glory. One thing is certain: the 2025 season is far from over, and this internal battle at Ferrari could be just as exciting as the races on the track. Leave your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any analysis of what's going on behind the scenes in Formula One.